Good night, everyone. Doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma J. I'm here to give you a little short news and a word on tonight. Now we're gonna talk about this SID student. Family demand answers. Now this is a special child. A family is demanding action after the teacher allegedly pushed a special needs student down. A violence pushed a child where he bumped his head on the chair. So he is a special child, and once you push him, there ain't balance. And so he hit his head on the chair. So when a child special need, you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're having special needs children. Now, how you know, um, the how because they have special needs, they can't be abused in a school. You know, so when a parent ship the child off to school, she ain't expecting for a teacher to brutalize their child. So all teachers across the nation, please don't put your hand on a special need child or any other children. That teacher should be, you know, should be at that, not at the school, should be suspended, and should not be at any other schools, so, and so, I'm sorry that this happened, for anybody that got special children and taking advantage of in school. Because they probably figure they can't talk or they can't tell their mama anything, but they got cameras all over. So you have to be careful how you touch and mishandle people, children, so that's all the news for that. And so I have a word. Haman Impaled, but the table had turned. Now, he was so angry with Monica, you know, just so angry with Monica, so evil. So he wanted to take out. So well, God had Esther at the right place and at the right time. So Esther chapter 7 1 through 10. That this story happened. Wanted to empire. Mordecai because he is a Jew and he is an Ammonite. They hate each other. You know, and he don't like Jews, and he have to hate, in his heart towards him. He have so much hate in his heart. But the table is turned. You can't. The table will turn. Now he also talk about Esther in position, at the right situation to save her people. So the king in heaven had went to Queen Esther banquet, and so Queen Esther had give a banquet, and the king and Haman had on one got an invitation, saying as they was drinking wine on the second day, the king again, asked Queen Esther, "What is your petition?" On the last one, I didn't put that out, but before, you know, Monica told her what happened. She never had told the king yet. So the king keep asking her, "What's your position?" Because I will give you anything you ask for. And so so what your petition is, I will give you what you ask for. Even up to half of the kingdom, it will be granted. Now he loved her. Now he said half of the kingdom. He said whatever you want. He said my cousin Malachi had told her everything. To Haman was going to do Monica, and all the Jews, but she haven't told the king yet. Now she giving a banquet to give to her request. So then the Queen answered, if I had found favor with you, you know, And if you please you, grant me my life. This is my petition. All spare my people. This is my request. Now she told him her request. She told him her petition. She said, spare me my life. Save me my life. Save me my people life. So after surprise, she surprised the king with a petition, not for her wealth and but some, see, a lot of time you don't have to always ask somebody for money. He was waiting for her to ask for some money, and she didn't ask for no money. She asked to save her life, and she asked to save her people life, and for I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and humiliated, and it was had merely been sold as male and slaves. I would have kept quiet. Now, if he would have kept as slave, she said she would have kept quiet. You remember she was Jews. They already was enslaved. She said if we was enslaved, I would have kept quiet. Because she already was, raised up as being a slave. But he talking about killing. So she had to speak up, help up for her people. So I would have kept quiet. Now, because so much distress would unjustified disturbing the king. Now, she didn't want to disturb the king, you know, but she had to, So finally, told the king that she is Jewish and that someone killed me in a Jew. Wants to kill her in a Jew. Now she telling that to the king. He wants to know who. Tell me who not. I want to know who this is. So the king asked Queen Esther, who is he? Who is he? What is he? Tell me who there wants to kill my Esther. And he just don't know. The person you put the ring on, that's who doing it. So Esther has stated the evil man Haman. Haman is under the king. He put that ring on him because he trusts him and he thought that was his man right there. So Esther has said on adversary, and the enemy, this will be Haman. The Haman was terrified before the king and queen. Now he see Esther. He see Esther talking to the king. Now he don't know if Esther know or not, but he have a feeling. Now Esther has said the enemy is this wicked man. It is he that designed, our murder. And I charged him with it before his face. Haman was terrified before the king, queen. He was terrified because he don't know what they're standing up there talking about. And so Esther, so the king got enraged. And of course, anybody gonna get enraged. He talking about killing his wife. He just married. So he wants to try to he gonna get back with him. So a life, and went into the palace. He went into the palace, but Haman realized, thinking, had already decided to stay, behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. He have a feeling they're talking about the situation, So he's staying behind, following Esther to their palace. Now that's a worst place you want to go. You want to go to the palace, where the king wants to beat you down. So Haman knew Esther had told the king Haman that he wants to kill her and her people. So the king know, and he begging Queen Esther for his life. Just as the king had returned from the palace, on the banquet, Haman was falling on the couch. He begging Esther. Esther on the couch, and he's sitting on the couch leaning all on Esther, while the king come up in there like, what is going on here? And so examine why, you molesting my wife on the couch. So the queen, while she was with me in the house, so as soon as the word left the king mouth, they covered Haman's face. So so the king had came in from the banquet, falling on the couch with Esther, and king thought he was molesting his queen. So then and then having one of the attendants of king had said to Paul, reaching. Now one of his in laws, gonna tell Haman, you got the height 50 cubes standing for Haman house. Now he has set it up for Monica. Now he reminded him that they had set this here up for Monica to hang him and kill him. And so the king had said impale him on it. So the evilness of Haman, to prepare a galley for Monica before he was accused of any crime. Now he set that up, but he didn't find no crime on Monica, but he set that up to kill him, and so and he wanted all Jews killed. Now the table had turned. Now the table turned. Now he done set that up already, 50 feet high. He sat there for Monica, but the table turned. The same pole that Haman had set for Monica, the king said put Haman on that same pole. So Haman had hatred in his heart, for all Jews. And so they had impaled Haman on the pole he had set for Monica. But to see the table turn, you can't always dig a pit for somebody. So he digged a pit for Monica. He built that thing. He said, I'm going to put you on there, and I just hate y'all Jews. I'm going to put you on there, and matter of fact, I'm going to kill all your people. But he never had the chance to do that, because the table turned, and King said, put him on there. So they hang Hammer on this gallon that he had prepared for Monica. So God is justice. Now he invent, because the Jews are the Israelite, God people. Now he wasn't, they're gonna let him destroy his people. Haman, had conspired out all this evilness to kill Monica. And God heard, so that's why he put Esther at the right place at the right time. She ain't just went there to be no beauty queen. God put her there. See, a lot of time God just needs you on the ground. Needs you stationary where he needs you at. Like Joseph, he throw in the pit, okay, but that's what God needed him at. That's a beauty queen. That's what God needed her there. Because God know the people that was right there that wanted to kill the Israelite. Israelite is God chosen people. So Esther was at the right place at the right time. And she wanted, don't know, but that was written. That was written out already. Now it wasn't coincidence. Now God know Haman was going to destroy. God hears everything. So that's when God prepares stuff. He started working behind the scene. He started getting stuff together. Maybe it was plot 5 years ago. But God gets stuff ready. Put Esther the beauty queen, to put her in position next to the king. Because the king got power to make things happen. So that's how they went. So you know, uh Israel placed Esther. No, the Israelite had placed Esther in a place, and table had turned, so all the Jews were saved in Monica. And the only person was hung that he had set a pit for Monica, built a thing, high thing, pole for Monica, and the king told him to get on it. And so the page that you can't not set a pit for somebody. And he set a pit for Monica without even having a crime for it. He didn't have no crime that Monica did anything. He just hate him because he a Jewish. So that's why I'm saying you got to stop this hate, because hate turn into killing. Hate turn into jealousy. Hate turn into all kinds of stuff. So that's all I have for you today. And so we talked about this special child, will just throw it around and hit his head on a chair, because they don't have balance. And so when you touch them, they're going to fall down. So you got to be careful with a special child. You cannot mishandle them all kinds of ways. That teacher needs to be suspended, because all teachers all across the nation have to have some kind of understanding and a heart and patience to deal with a special child. When you're in that field, you have to have patience to deal with that child. If you don't have patience, you have to get another career. And so and we just talk about Haman. He had all Jews. Now just because Monica didn't buy down for him when he had got a promotion, that's when all he, so he built a thing, a post to hang Monica in. Then he said he gonna kill all his people just because he hate Jews and he didn't want to buy down. And so he didn't have a chance to put Monica on there. The king had said, "You be placed on that post." So that's all I have for you tonight. Y'all have a blessed and safe night, and I see y'all in the next video.